When a merchant loses a $3,000 order to fraud, it is easy to say the business lost $3,000. But that is usually not the true cost. The real loss can be much higher. Start with the cost of the product itself. If the merchant paid the supplier $2,000 for the inventory, that money is gone once the product is shipped and cannot be recovered. Then add the shipping cost. High-ticket products are often large, heavy, or expensive to insure. Freight shipping, white glove delivery, and expedited shipping can add hundreds of dollars to the loss. Then there is the payment processing fee. The processor may not return the original transaction fee, even though the payment has been reversed. The merchant may also be charged an additional chargeback fee. Now add the advertising cost required to acquire the customer. If the store spent $300 on Google or Facebook ads to generate the sale, that money has also been lost. Then consider the staff time involved. Somebody processed the order, contacted the supplier, arranged the shipment, answered the customer's questions, monitored the tracking, and later responded to the chargeback. The owner may spend hours gathering screenshots, writing explanations, contacting the carrier, speaking with the payment processor, and trying to understand what went wrong. That time has a cost. There may also be an opportunity cost. The store believed it had generated a profitable sale. It may have increased advertising spend, reordered inventory, or made other business decisions based on revenue that would later be removed. If the business has thin margins, one chargeback can erase the profit from several legitimate orders. Suppose a store earns a 20% gross margin. To recover a $4,000 fraud loss, the merchant may need to generate $20,000 in additional legitimate sales. That is the part many business owners overlook. Fraud losses are paid from profit, not revenue. The consequences can also extend beyond the individual transaction. A rising chargeback rate can attract attention from the payment processor. The merchant may be asked to provide additional documentation. Funds may be held in reserve. Payouts may be delayed. Processing fees may increase. In more serious cases, the merchant can lose the ability to accept card payments through that provider. For an e-commerce business, payment processing is not a minor operational detail. It is the infrastructure that allows the company to exist. This is why fraud prevention should not be viewed only as a cost. It is a form of margin protection, cash flow protection, and payment processing protection. Merchants sometimes avoid spending money on fraud review because most of their orders are legitimate. That is understandable. But the purpose of fraud prevention is not to prove that every order is dangerous. It is to prevent the small number of dangerous orders from causing disproportionate damage. One fraudulent high-ticket order can cost more than months of fraud prevention services. It can also create stress, disrupt cash flow, damage relationships with suppliers, and force the owner to become more restrictive with future customers. The best approach is not to reject every unusual order. It is to create a review process that allows good orders to move forward while giving risky orders the attention they deserve. The cost of fraud is rarely limited to the number shown on the original transaction. It includes inventory, fulfillment, fees, advertising, labor, lost profit, and the wider risk to the merchant account. By the time all of those costs are added together, a $3,000 fraudulent order may require many times that amount in new sales just to recover. That is why high-ticket merchants need to take fraud prevention seriously before the chargeback arrives, not after the money has already disappeared. Visit freaklabs.com to sign up for a free trial and see how a dedicated order review process can help protect your business.